For some time now, the Business Council has been trying to start a conversation around fostering an innovation-capable economy to drive the next decade of growth and job creation.
Well, I first came into contact with Catherine Livingstone, obviously I knew who she was, when I sent out an email to Chairman and to Chief Executive saying, here's my idea for the new work program for the Business Council. And she was one of the first people who sent me an email back saying, this is fantastic, can we get together? And we had a cup of coffee. And then it was always a very strong ambition of mine that she become president.
Catherine, I think, has strengthened the voice of the Business Council, has overseen some outstanding policy work that's led to policies being implemented by government. I think she set a wonderful example of leadership because of that time commitment and the energy that she brings to it as well.
Catherine is one of the most inspiring people that I know. She has this vision of the future that's full of opportunity.
Ultimately, our core comparative advantage is our people. We must equip them with the skills they need and ensure that they have the opportunity for meaningful jobs.
She is the person who put innovation and disruption on the national agenda.
She is someone who takes a very practical approach and shows people what actually are the outcomes of innovation. And most importantly, how it then goes on and creates new opportunities and new jobs for Australians.
Catherine has contributed to the debate about skills and jobs for the future again and again and again.
If we lose a whole cohort of 17 to 25-year-olds, the damage to the individuals is inestimable, and the loss of productivity to the economy and the impact on social cohesion. We cannot let this happen.
Through her presidency of the Business Council of Australia, she's really painted a picture of the type of skills that we will all need in the future. And they are the skills of science and technology and engineering and maths.
Code Club Australia is a series of after-school kids clubs to help teach primary school kids the basics of code. They need to understand how to build this technology for themselves so that they can build their own businesses when they get into the big wide world. Catherine is our national spokesperson for Code Club Australia, so whenever we need for somebody to open the right door for us or to just really kind of rattle the tins again and get people excited about this, Catherine does that for us brilliantly. We've managed to go from having just 15 schools trialling the product and trialling the process to well over 1,200.
She's provided major policy leadership. She's given some of the most important speeches in the last decade in this country. She's been a warrior in getting in behind the scenes with politicians, with Australia's political leaders to argue for really important things.
The leadership she's shown in relation to climate change, the innovation agenda, the tax reform debates, all of those are characterised by this single notion of integrity.
She spent a lot of her time on Business Council matters, and people should remember this is an honorary role, but she's put huge time and energy in working on behalf of the BCA.
Well, Catherine was one of my first thoughts when I set up the growth centres. She was a perfect fit for that position, and she's brought enthusiasm, she's brought practicality, but most of all, she's brought experience and leadership.
Across corporate Australia, we have many great corporate leaders, but very few that have great capacity to get outcomes when the chips are down. And I certainly think that's what Catherine Livingstone is or brings to any role that she undertakes.
It is a very important role of government to set a vision for the country. This is fundamental if we're to take the community on the difficult journey of change.
Catherine, you've given Australian business the opportunity to be globally competitive. I want to thank you for that, but I also want to congratulate you on your term as the President of the Business Council of Australia.
Thank you for your considered and for your considerable contribution to the national policy debate. And thank you for your personal leadership.
You have shown us an inspiring vision for our nation's future. You are a national treasure.
Catherine, thank you so much for your complete commitment to the cause, not just on Code Club, but also on Murudi. But please, don't stop. We aren't anywhere close to being done yet.
It's been a highlight of my business career working with you. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your passion and your energy.
Catherine, you are the wise, future-looking truth teller for Australia, and we all owe you a debt of gratitude.